school, and we were just walking, and we see a group of people. So we were just playing around, and my friend started telling me, "You want to go play?" I'm like, "All right." I went and joined in. I didn't know what was going on. I just saw everyone trying to catch a brown egg-shaped ball, and well, I told my friends, "How do I play this?" And they told me, "Just get the ball and run." So I managed to get my hands on the ball. And once I got my hands on the ball, they told me, "Just run, run, just don't get hit." So I started running, and I wasn't getting touched. I thought I was doing good, but I was running the wrong way. So after that, my own teammates came up to me, and they were telling me, "Hey, learn how to play the sport. Don't be here if you can't play the sport." And I'm like, "All right." So ever since then, I started studying the sport of football. This is a football, and this is the main thing we play. This football is what you fight for during the sport. You want to get your hands on the football. You want your team to be on have the football during the time of possession. By learning more about the football, you can have a greater understanding about the football culture. So first, I'll talk about some of the history of the football and how it relates to the football culture. Then I'll discuss how I relate to the football culture. So the first game of football was in 1869. This was between a game of college football between Princeton and Rogers, Rutgers, and this is the first sport. The rules were still similar to rugby, and it was still considered to many people rugby. But the rules were different. The ball was a bit different, so they considered it football. There wasn't a father of football until 1889. It was just 20 years later. A guy named Walter Camp. He's considered the father of football even 20 years later due to his contributions to the sport of football. He played football at Yale University, and his contribution was he helped set up some of the rules for football, and which is why they considered him the father of football. The football was not always like this, brown and this shape. As my previous peer said, the football was also made out of pig bladder, and it was messy as well. But later on, some evolution started happening with the football. It was now made out of rubber bladder and cowhide with a pebble-like structure. This is to help tighten up the grip for all positions to have a better grip and be able to run better with the football. Now, the football plays a major part in the football culture because it is the main thing we fight for during the game. You can't play the game without a football in play. You need every position needs to know how to look at the football correctly. You can't start a play if you can't snap the football. So as soon as the football snaps, that's when the play begins. And now that I have discussed a bit about the football and football culture, I'll discuss how I contribute to the football culture. Well, since middle school, I've been intrigued with the sport of football ever since I got told that I don't know how to play a sport. So during my high school, my freshman year, I tried out for my high school. I made my JV team, so I started playing in my sophomore year. And I didn't play the position I wanted, but it was something. And then there was a transition, a different location my high school was going to, so I wasn't able to play the following year. So then during my junior year, I tried out again for the football team. I made the varsity team, so during my senior year I played. And I didn't just play the position I wanted, I ended up getting several positions, some that I didn't even want to play. So that's one way I contribute to the sport, is I play football. So that's one way I contribute to the sport. So another way I interact with the football culture is I watch football during the football season, which is usually from preseason is in August, and September to February is the season. And well, my heart was broken on February due to the Super Bowl being over and the football season being over. So now I have to wait another 6 months to watch football again. And that's not the only way I actually interact with the sport. Even when I'm watching the sport, I'm still playing a game called fantasy football, which when we select players and we pick out certain players from certain positions and we try to build a team and we try to gather up points. I play this with a group of friends. This is just for bragging rights. And it's very fun to play because you get to interact more with sport and you get to learn more about the sport and how the decisions will play and get to learn a lot of the players in the sport. Now that you have learned more about the football culture, I hope you have a great understanding about football. So next time you're bored during a Sunday afternoon, morning, or when you're eating dinner, to just turn on the TV and watch some football. It's a temperature